Welcome back to Hoisington. This is the Winter Jam. We have Coach Weatherman with us after the girls take care of business here against the 8 seed Ellenwood Lady Eagles. That Beck girl ended up with 20 points, but a little deceiving, Coach. She's pretty smooth, and I call her kind of a big gal, but she had good foot work down low, but she liked to go outside and shoot it, and she could rebound the ball as well. But what I noticed the most about him, she had a really good act for knowing where that ball's going to be, and she was kind of in the mix wherever that was going to be.
She's a very efficient basketball player. She can, she knows how to read the defense. She always has her feet set, ready to shoot the ball. Like you said, she's probably not the quickest off the dribble, or not a kid that's going to take it to the basket, but she makes a lot of use with what she has.
Yeah, the word efficient is probably about the best word for her. Coach, I was just really glad to see our defense started really turning them over at one point in the game, and that pretty much was the game after that. They just could not handle our defense. I thought we played pretty good defensively.
Yeah, we started doing some things in the second quarter that we hadn't been doing on defense for the whole season. Actually, we've been playing a lot of man full court, and we give the kids the freedom to run and jump and try to trap the ball. If they feel like they can do it, and whether it's just kids not being confident enough to make that read, or not, or being too worried about their man, they hadn't done it a whole lot, and all of a sudden in that second quarter we had people running off their man and getting in passing lanes, and we got some steals and some easy layups, and it just felt like a different kind of press that second quarter than it had the whole season.
The Ellenwood guards were a little bit overmatched. Our guards had 3 or 4 inches on every one of them. They were quick and a couple of good ball handlers, but they just couldn't defend our strength, and it comes into play when you've got some guards with good physical strength and quickness. They're a little overmatched.
Yeah, and that's especially when we can get the right matchups. And Jadra, who's played post the last couple of years, pretty much most of the time, we bump her out to a guard, and then you have a kid like Nicole, who isn't the fastest kid in the world, but she's a really strong kid, and she can muscle you around. And then you got Lindsay, who's also quick, and she's a pretty muscular kid, and our guards can be pretty intimidating.
Well, we came out in the second half, and I was kind of wondering where you were going to attack them, and it was pretty evident after the ball got down on the low block to Shea Allison. I think she had 2 or 3 quick baskets down in the low block, and she's a little tough to handle down there too, but I noticed her agility to lean back. She was almost too far under, but leaned back and was able to get that ball up and off the glass.
Yeah, we've been waiting all season for Shea to kind of get going, and I thought Friday night she may have played all around maybe her best. It was a really disappointing loss Friday night, and we didn't play really well, but I thought one bright spot from Friday night was the play of Shea. I thought that was one of her better games she'd put together while she's been in high school, and we can be a really tough team to beat if Shea gets going.
Well, we hit a few from the outside. A few of them rimmed off, but they were pretty much on the mark. But just tough shooting night from the outside. I think we did have a 3, 1 or 2, but anyway, we didn't need to. We tucked it inside, and our runners were hitting in the lane. We got our layups to drop, and before you knew it, we were ahead 20 points.
Yeah, Charisma, had been shooting pretty close to 40% just about a week ago, and her shot's been a little off this last week. I have a lot of confidence she'll get that going again. And Nicole hit a 3 early in the game, and she's been shooting the ball better as the seasons went on. We got to get Lindsay going a little bit more on the 3-point line, like she was last year. But that's somebody that's shot a lot of basketballs. It's only a matter of time before she breaks out of her little slump.
Coach, congratulations on the win. All wins are good, especially in tournament time. And your girls get seasoned just a little bit more during a tournament, and this is a good one. You'll get some competition here later on.
Yep. I'm looking forward to here after the boys' game, kind of sitting and watching Russell play and Otis Bison. I think we'll probably see Russell, but we have them next week regardless, so it'd be kind of fun to sit and watch a game.
Good luck Friday, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, we get ready for round 2. The guys versus Minneapolis High School guys versus Victoria Knights.
Just 2 minutes away from that tip. Dale will give us some Victoria Knight.
Well, they are the number 4 seed versus the number 5 seed, Minneapolis. One thing I've noticed over the many years that we played here is you can always pretty much count on Victoria having several good athletes on the court, and they're going to play fairly smart. They might get out-muscled. The team might have some better players overall, but you don't see much dumb basketball out of the Victoria Knights. They're a Class 1A Division I squad, and their record coming in is 5-3 versus the Lions 3-6. They had a very tough game last Friday night against a very, very, very good squad. I wouldn't want Minneapolis to play. Central Plains, they lost 74-28.
Good grief.
They are averaging 46.4 points a game, giving up 47.8. I'm sure that changed around a little bit with that 74-28 loss to Central Plains. Minneapolis averaging 47.6 and giving up 55.2 for a minus 7.7.
Well, Dale, just talking on the way down there, you mentioned something about their even scoring. I thought it was just 5 players, but actually it's 6 players that all score between 6.5 and 16 points a ball game. That's pretty
nice spread of offense,
yeah.
Isn't it? It really is.
6 guys scoring that can score.
Yeah.
If you're averaging 6.5, 7 points a game, you can score 12.
Their big scores averaging 17. Dorland, what's his last name? Joe Dorland, number 30.
I need to get up and move around. I get cold just sitting there.
6th game in the series dating back to 1952. Minneapolis leads at 4-1. All games have been on neutral sites. We won the last 2 games in a row.
Starting lineups, Minneapolis will be the traveling team in our traveling blues. That's Gavin Rothenberger, number 4. For the Knights, number 12, that's Brady Dinkle. He's a senior. For Minneapolis, number 5, Brandon Wolf. Shooting guard.
6 trays last Friday against
For the Knights, number 15, that's Eric McCollum. For Minneapolis, number 12, it's Jacob Johns.
For the Knights, number 24, a 6'1" sophomore, Cooper Fondensteel.
And for Victoria, number 24,
Number 24, senior Michael Baker.
that's Cooper Fannensteel. For Minneapolis, that's Mikey Baker, number 24. And for Victoria, number 30, is Joe Dorland.
Mikey Baker had 4 trays last Friday.
And he's their scorer. Number 30 is their scorer, scores about 16, 17 points a ball game. And for Minneapolis, that's Jace McKinney. And for Victoria, number 34, that's Taylor Carley. We're about ready to tip here. This is the 5 and 4 seed matchup. Minneapolis Lions and the Victoria Knights here in the Hoisington Winter Jam. This is the second game of the afternoon, 4:45 start. Minneapolis and Victoria.
Class 3A Minneapolis, Class 1A Division I Victoria Knights.
Minneapolis the 5 seed, Victoria the 4 seed. Always interesting matchup when you hook up against a 1A school. They can play. They don't overlook them by any stretch of the imagination. And Rothenberger jumps center for Minneapolis. Minneapolis has control here to start the game. Man-to-man defense by Victoria. Johns on the right wing out front. Rothenberger. Baker out front. Brandon Wolf. Jace McKinney looks inside. Back to Wolf. Now McKinney down low. Up and in. Jace McKinney. I'd like to see that more often. How about you?
Yeah, well, he can use his size in here easily tonight. He should be able to. It's much shorter nights.
Minneapolis in a man-to-man. Shot from the outside is good. That's number 15, Eric McCallum, and that's a 3.
Mikey Baker says, I'll come back at you.
Baker hits the 3. Now Dorland has a touch. Now inside, the runner is no good. And Rothenberger has the rebound for Minneapolis. Minneapolis 5, Victoria 3. Just underway here. Jace McKinney out front. Brandon Wolf starts the motion. Wolf open from the outside, shot no good. Rothenberger
just about had that rebound, didn't he?
Off the heel of the rim. Rothenberger hustling down on the baseline. And you're right, Dale. I think we can get a pretty good dose of Jace McKinney down low tonight. Wouldn't hurt my feelings a bit to see him get 12 down there. The outside again. McCallum, he's got a nice shot. Beautiful shot, and he's got all 5 of the night's points. Baker, now Wolf, the entry pass to Rothenberger, tipped out of there by number 12, Dinkle, and the layup is blocked by Rothenberger. What a hustle play by Gavin.
Well, closing speed and a smart block. Stay away from the foul.
Why not just go ahead and sky up, pin it against the backboard, and he did. Nice play by Rothenberger. Now the layup by Taylor.
They take the 7-5 lead.
Excuse me, it's Taylor Corley.
Off Rothenberger's feet.
Off Gavin's knee, and it will be Victoria's ball to play in. 7-5, Victoria.
Brubaker and Thomas come in for Johns and McKinney.
Good motion offense. Now the jump shot in the paint, rimming off. And the rebound's pulled down out of there by Mikey Baker. Good rebound by Baker. Trayvon Thomas in the contest, along with Brubaker. Staying pretty close to, oh, Gavin, use that backboard, buddy. On that time, he is fouled. They call a jump. Possession arrow favors Victoria. Yep. Boy, I wish Gavin would use the backboard. That thing would have been in. Rolled across the back of the rim. Would not drop. Seven to 5, Victoria. Dribble drive, no good. Shot put up, tipped out of there, and picked up by Joe Dorland. He's their leading scorer, he loses it. Unforced turnover. Minneapolis is there for the defense, but goes out of bounds. Minneapolis ball. Thomas off to Wolf. Now the three-pointer on its way, no good.
Baker with rebound. His shot's no good. Thomas
no
good.
A chippy and misses the bunny. Cannot get the easy shot to drop down low. Dorland all alone, 3-ball. Whoosh. I don't know why he scores that many, Dale. That's a nice stroke.
10 to 5, Victoria.
Baker out on top. Rothenberger almost walked, has his pocket picked. Trayvon Thomas there for the rescue. He almost walks. Wolf has a good look at a 3. Now the runner, no good.
They get the rebound. Here they come, 2-on-3.
Dorland hands it off to McCallum. McCallum's a muscular dude, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Now all alone, the three on its way. Whoosh.
13-5.
Took him about 4.5 minutes to get on track, but his first two shots are good.
They steal it.
Dorland cranks in 2 threes. Now he lowered his shoulder, and that's what they're calling. Dinkle with the first personal foul.
Trayvon Thomas, good defensive set there.
First foul of the contest as McKinney, and Jones comes back in. Rothenberger gets a break. Three minutes, 15 seconds left first quarter. 13-5 all of a sudden. Brubaker throws it away. Dorland with the run out. Layup is good.
Minneapolis take a 30-second timeout. Now trailing by 10.
Dorland says thank you very much. And next thing you know, as Dale mentioned, as we call a 30-second timeout, they're not too bad of a club. They've got some outside shooters, and they aren't that big to play inside. But, man, when they crank it outside to Dorland, he's all alone. Watch out.
And they don't back down on the boards either.
15-5 Victoria with a quick lead here in the first quarter. 2:59 left first quarter. And we'll keep it right here as just a 30-second timeout. Pretty quick-paced game, pretty clean. Only one personal foul there in the first half. McCallum goes to the bench for a breather. They, like you mentioned, Dale, they have scorers. They've got 6, 7 guys that can put the ball in the hoop. Wolf out front with the ball. Minneapolis looking for an open shot here. Brubaker guarded closely. And they do play defense. McKinney back to Brubaker. Trayvon Thomas, entry pass is tipped away by number 24, and he throws it, saves it, gets it off to Fannensteel. He resets the offense. Minneapolis zoned up here, 2-3 zone. Now down low all the way in. Shot is blocked by McKinney, and it will stay with Victoria. Carlin gets all the way to the basket.
McCulloch and Rothenberger come in for Thomas and Brubaker.
McCallum to play it in. Out front it goes. Fannensteel has it. McCallum, good passer. Now inside. Hook shot no good. And Jace McKinney has the rebound. As they got a few younger players in the contest. Kismer.
Nice left-handed layup by Rothenberger. 1:42 to go in the quarter.
Callum. Rothenberger called for the push down on the baseline. McCallum was pushing it, kicking it right back out, but Rothenberger whistled with his first personal foul. Second team foul. Excuse me, first team foul. Dribble drive all the way in, layup is good. Number 12, Dinkle, pretty quick to the basket. Now that ball tipped out of there. Dinkle quickly back on defense with a good defensive play for Victoria Knights. Mikey Baker in the contest. And Jacob Johns will get a breather. McCulloch into the contest for Minneapolis. Tries to get it in to Gavin, and it's tipped away nicely by Dinkle. Pretty quick, Brady Dinkle. Senior start on this basketball team. Dale mentioned they've lost some of their talent over the last year to graduation, but this group here seems to play well together. McCulloch entry pass to Rothenberger, up and over the top. Gosh, he needs, now Jace, there we go. Good job by Jace McKinney to follow up on that miss and get an easy bucket in the paint. Good hands there by Baker. Fannin Steele. Out front to Dorland. Dribble drive into the paint. All the way in. Scoop shot no good. Got away with a foul there as McCulloch has the ball for Minneapolis. Good job. Baker from the outside. Shot good. Mikey Baker. It's a three.
17-12, 35 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Timely shot right there. Wolf has a good defense. Now Joe Dorland for Victoria. Dinkle. Fannin Steele has a touch down on the short post. Entry pass, they don't see McCallum. Dorland covered up fairly well, and Fannin Steele loses control as he drives the baseline. Turnover. You don't want to turn it over with 15 seconds left in the quarter, that's for sure. Ill-advised turnover. There we go. Chase didn't know if the ref was quite ready to put the ball in play or not. McCulloch left wing looking inside. It's a ball screen. Now he's going to have to jack it up. Long three-pointer, no good. Baker, turnaround jump shot on the baseline, no good. And Dinkle controls the board, and Rothenberger did not go over the back and commit that foul. Smart move by Gavin. That's the way the first quarter will end. 17-12, Victoria Knights with a 5-point lead over the Minneapolis Lions. This is SalinaPost.com, Eagle Communications Channel 20. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a minute.
See, American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Your Toro dealer in Minneapolis and Salina is All Seasons Power and Equipment. See Ronnie Robbins and his crew for great pricing and service for both new and used equipment as they back the Minneapolis High School Lions. Well, Victoria was up by 10. We've cut the lead to 5.
Possession arrow favors Minneapolis here to start the second quarter. Dale, you're spot on the recruiting. As you checked into this club, that's exactly, they score. They've got all those seniors out there that can put the ball in the basket. Entry pass to Gavin Rothenberger, spins back to Baker, three-pointer, no good. Off the edge of the backboard, and Victoria has the rebound. That's Carlin with the rebound. Now Joe Dorland back to McCallum. Shot over the rim, no good, and they've got I thought they might have been called a foul there, but it goes out of bounds. It will remain with Victoria.
Off Trayvon Thomas. Jacob Johns comes in for him.
And we fall asleep on the inbounds play and play behind them. Can't do that.
19-12.
Corley with the bucket. You have got to get in front of them when they play it in, or they've got an easy basket, and that's what happened there. Rothenberger, quick step, now up on the baseline, shot no good. Johns, nice rebound on the backside by Jacob Johns, and he goes right back up with it strong. He is fouled. Foul's on number 2, Carlin. Second team foul. Johns to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First throw is rimming in.
Not sure what the scoreboard operator's here.
No, not either. They don't match up with my book, and mine is official. He got them both.
Should be 19-15, Victoria.
Baseline drive. Nice block by Gavin Rothenberger, and
Actually,
Corley
19-14.
rips it out of there, and a foul is called as number 12, Dinkle. Very active young man. That Dinkle gets all the way to the basket. Foul is called on Number 5, I believe. Dinkel's free throw, good.
It's Victoria 20. McKinney in for McCulloch.
Rimming off, no good. Rothenberger with the big rebound. Baker from the outside, 3 ball, no good. Tip try, no good. And Dinkel has the rebound for Victoria.
How did they thread that through three blue jerseys?
I don't know.
Three blue jerseys.
Ended up with it. Boy, they're a hawking defense now. And the reach-in foul on Dinkel. Excuse me, number 2, Carly.
We have a timeout. Full, no, 30-second by Victoria.
20 to 15, the Knights have a little lead here. Minneapolis hanging tough against this senior team of the Victoria Knights.
The Knights are in your face defensively, on the boards. They don't give up. They are quick hands. They're battling all the way.
Well, the Dinkel kid is only 5'9", but I think he's their leading rebounder. That guy is, they call him 5'9", but he is tenacious. Tenacious defender, very strong. We'll play it in under our own basket. Backside, Rothenberger, baseline shot, no good. Kenny, I believe, is going to be whistled over the back.
Yep.
His first. Minneapolis' 3rd team foul. Dinkel has it in the backcourt for Victoria Knights. Minneapolis man-to-man defense.
Now they have our score corrected. I was thinking we just had 14. Now the 3.
They took a swipe at it from behind and couldn't come up with it. Baker too fast down the court. That's reach-in foul, good call. As Baker went right around Fannensteel. 3 teams, 3 fouls apiece. Excuse me, that foul should have been, yeah, it was on 24 Fannensteel. Corley back in the contest. Rothenberger, jump shot, front rim, no good. Boy, that one point blank. McCallum rimming out is that 3 by Joe Garland. And the ball is ripped out of there by number 15, McCallum. But it will be Minneapolis ball to play in. 20 to 14. Minneapolis with the ball here in the second quarter. 5:40 left, first half. Out front, Jacob Johns. High post. Here's Gavin Rothenberger. Gavin right around his man. He stepped out of bounds.
Gavin says, I was being pushed, but don't matter. He probably was.
Probably will get bumped if you drive the baseline. It's a given. Dinkel with the ball, clears the timeline. They're pretty quick. I don't know that we could press them.
No. Knock away by Rothenberg, but they get it back.
Garland all the way in. Fannensteel. Now out front, Garland all alone. 3-pointer, good.
They worked that ball well.
Boy, you leave him alone and give him an open look, and he is deadly. Don't want to leave him unattended. Now Gavin back to Baker. 3 ball on the way, no good. Look good from here. Joe Garland back to McCallum. Nice passing there. Fannensteel on the baseline. Takes a shot over the rim, no good. Tipped by Garland and picked up by Jace McKinney. There's a nice pass. And Gavin Rothenberger is the recipient of that one, and that's an easy 2. There's another one. You got to get on him.
Man.
You give him an open look, and he's got that shot down pat, doesn't he? Baker, a runner. It's good. McCallum, guarded by Jacob Johns. Nice dish. And Corley right there cannot get it to drop. He's fouled. Jacob Johns with the reach-in foul. Corley at the charity stripe. He'll shoot 2. First throw on its way is good.
Thomas, McCulloch, and Brubaker come in.
Kisner back in for the Knights, along with number 2. That's Carlin. Corley toes the line. 3:37 left first half. Free throw up. It's good. 10-point lead now by the Knights. We could use a bucket right here. Brubaker has it for Minneapolis. Baker looks inside. John sets a nice screen. Trayvon Thomas out to Brubaker. McCulloch into the contest as well. Thomas, nice spin move, and he connects.
28-20, Victoria.
McCallum. Corley has it out on front, out on top, guarded by Thomas. And the pass is pulled out of there by Jacob Johns. He wasn't looking down the floor because Trayvon Thomas had a layup.
Knocked out of bounds by the Knights.
Dorland back in. We play it in under our own basket. Out front goes Brubaker. Tracks it down. McCulloch on the left wing. Trayvon Thomas hit one from there a minute ago. Now Baker, 3 on its way, no good. Trayvon up for the rebound, turnaround shot, follow shot, no good. Jacob Johns working tough on that offensive glass as well, but McCallum too strong, comes out of there with a rebound. Joe Dorland out on top. Pass is intercepted by Trayvon Thomas. And he gets a layup and misses. Wow. Dorland let him go, and Trayvon misses the layup. McCallum comes out of there with the rebound. Now Victoria. Has a possession here, minute 55 left first half. Shot from the outside, no good, and Fannin steal, excuse me, that's Corley fighting Minneapolis for the rebound. It will stay with Victoria. Number 2 is Carlin, had that shot on the baseline that would not go in.
Sanders, Wolf, and Rothenberger come in for the Lions.
Dorland out on top, that's Dinkle. Dorland, 3-pointer, front rim, no good. And Sanders quick to the ball for Minneapolis. Corrals that. Ball's tipped away by McCallum. Quick hands there on the wing. Entry pass comes in to Gavin Rothenberger. Johns from the outside, shot no good. He's got a nice shot. Gavin Rothenberger going to the basket is hacked by number 2, Carlin. That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. Should be the 5th team foul. Wolf on the wings, resets the offense with 1:15 to play first half. McCulloch from the outside, front rim, no good. Johns, good job tracking down that rebound. McCulloch on the wing, gives it off to Wolf, and
moving screen.
Jacob Johns whistled with the moving screen. You're right on.
56 seconds left in the half.
Jace McKinney comes in for Johns. Dinkle with the ball, 50 seconds left first half. Out front, McCallum, he's not afraid to shoot that free ball, is he?
11-point lead, 35 seconds remaining.
Now Rothenberger back to McCulloch. Dribble drive baseline, back to Rothenberger, layup, good. Nice give and go there, as McCulloch got it right back to Gavin Rothenberger, and he scoops it right in. I thought they'd play for one shot last time down the floor of that possession, but I think they probably will here. Dinkle hands it off to McCallum. 10 to shoot. Dorland, I would guess, would get an open look. Or McCallum. And Minneapolis has the rebound, and that's the way the first half will end. Victoria Knights 31, Minneapolis 22 as we go into halftime. Interesting first half of basketball. And we'll be back with some stats and some comments from Dale here in just a minute. This is SlideandPost.com, Eagle Communication, Channel 20.
Welcome back to Minneapolis High School basketball here in Hoisington, Kansas, the annual Winter Jam Tourney. Halftime, Minneapolis is trailing.
City Pharmacy in downtown Minneapolis.
The Knights of Victoria by a score of 31-22 at half.
Well, that's a good first half. Interesting. Knights, pretty athletic and pretty strong. They're a well put together bunch. Strong as you just looked up on your smartphone. They're the state football champs right there. We're taking on those guys. There are some athletes down there, and they show their quickness and speed and strength on the basketball court as well, leading Minneapolis 31-22 at half. Interesting club to watch. They don't have any height to speak of. Got a 6'1" guy, Corley, and Fannin Steele, but they really don't come into play too much. McCallum at 6 foot, he's a senior, along with Dortland, 5'8" senior. Those guys do a lot of the scoring, and I'll mention that here in the scoring. For Minneapolis, Trayvon Thomas has 2. Jacob Johns has 2. Jace McKinney has 4. Mikey Baker with a good first half had 8. Gavin Rothenberger had 6, and Brandon Wolf hasn't scratched yet. He's had a couple of looks, but hasn't scored yet here in this game, which is unusual. For Victoria, Taylor Corley has 6. Brady Dinkle has 3, and actually he's been the thorn in our side defensively and on the offensive glass. He is just notorious. I mean, he is all over the floor. Works hard, and he's just very active. Eric McCallum, the 6 foot senior, has 8. And the guy you don't want to lose track of is Joe Dortland. And 5'9", I don't think he's much taller than 5'9".
Can be.
He's got 14 points, and I tell you what, you leave him open, he can fill it up. And it took him a while to get going. After 3 or 4 minutes into the game, he scores 14 to lead all scores at halftime.
You got 4 or 5 3-point shots, something like that?
Yes, he's got 4.
See, last
McAllen has 2, so there's 6
uh-huh.
trays from the outside.
Last Friday against Beloit, the Minneapolis team had 11 3-pointers, and I think we've got 1 in this half, right?
Yep.
By Mikey. And the shots we've had some good shots. They just have not fallen. Several inside shots have not fallen either.
That's true.
That hurts.
Yeah. Mikey Baker has 2 threes to try and offset the Victoria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Victoria can shoot the ball, but they're also pretty active and athletic. They can go right inside with the ball as well, and they rebound the ball well on both ends of the court. Very athletic.
Unless we're able to improve our shooting percentage somehow and combine that with some defense, I don't see us pulling this win out. But there's a half to play, and let's hope the Lions can get things rolling here.
3-point shooting can offset a lot of that. Victoria pretty sharp on the defensive end. Corley, Dinkle, McCallum, excuse me, Dortland, and Dinkle. To start the second half, Minneapolis counters with Wolf, Baker, Rothenberger, McKinney, and Johns. Man-to-man defense by Minneapolis. Dortland out on top, dribble drive into the paint, shot on the runner, off the glass, no good. Rothenberger with a big rebound. And that's a good stop to start the second half. Baker off the glass, good. Mikey Baker with a tough shot there. Scores the first points of the second half. McCallum off to Dortland, covered up nicely by Baker. Dribble drive all the way in Corley, and he is fouled.
Shot was blocked by Rothenberger, but that was after the foul, I think.
They call it on Wolf. His second. Corley's free throw up and in. Seventh point of the contest for Taylor Corley. Front rim, that one missed. And the big rebound pulled out of there by Rothenberger. Baker all alone throws it away as Dinkle right in the passing lane, and the left-hand layup up and good. He's a pest. You got to account for him. He's a good defender. There on the corner. Wolf hit that. Just off the rim, no good. Corley has the rebound for the Knights. Wolf hadn't hit one yet. He will. Dinkle all alone will not pull the trigger on a 3, and he resets the offense. Knights with a 10-point lead. McCallum back to Dortland. 3 ball on its way. Woo. Rattled that one in, didn't he, Dale?
Yep. 37-24 might be the biggest lead by the Knights.
That guy's got a shot. Jace McKinney, now Wolf from the outside. Whoosh, there we go. Yeah, we get that guy cranking them in. This can be a contest. Dortland likes an uncontested look. If he's got somebody in front of him, he will not pull the trigger. Step back jumper, no good. McCallum misses the easy one on the backside, and Corley has the offensive rebound. As you mentioned, Dale, those guys hit the boards, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Dinkle, dump down pass cannot be handled by Dinkle. It goes out of bounds. Minneapolis
One
ball.
of a few very rare turnovers this game so far for the Knights.
Carlin into the contest. Fannin Steele will get a breather. As you mentioned, Dale, they're pretty much error-free. Not too many turnovers by the Knights. We reverse the ball. There we go. That's a little quicker. Now we get the open look. Wolf again. Thank you. And you can reverse that ball a little quicker. It gives that open look, and Wolf, the recipient of the nice pass, shot blocked by Rothenberger. McCallum found out that Rothenberger has some ups.
Trayvon Thomas in for Johns.
Nice defensive stop there by Minneapolis. Baker plays it in. 4:40 left in the third quarter. Minneapolis trailing by 7 now. McCulloch out front. Rothenberger and back to McCulloch. Looks inside, no one there. Baker sets it up. Wolf on the left wing, guarded by Joe Dortland. Tried to give and go. It's not there. Now McCallum picks it up, gives it off to Joe Dortland. Layup's good.
Quick hands. 39-30.
I would guess that McCallum was the halfback and Dortland was the quarterback. Either that or Dinkle. Those are tough guys. Make for a pretty good football team. Give and go. Baker tries to throw it back to Gavin Rothenberger. It's not there. Now Dortland off. What a block. And the reach-in foul is called on number 12, I believe. Yes. Dinkle. His second. Timeout called for the Victoria coach. He's going to take a full timeout. We'll take one too. The Victoria Knights 39, Minneapolis 30. We're in the third quarter here at the Winter Jam in Hoisington, Kansas, and we'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Your Toro dealer in Minneapolis and Salina is All Seasons Power and Equipment. See Ronnie Robbins and his crew for great pricing and service for both new and used equipment as they back the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Well, we trailed by 9 at half. We trail by 9 now. We were down by as many as 13 in this quarter.
Brandon Wolf has found the range and has canned a couple threes in this quarter, which has helped immensely. Brubaker has it. Out front to McCulloch. Caden hands it off to Rothenberger, back to Mikey Baker, dribble drive in the paint. Brubaker back to McCulloch. Trayvon Thomas in the contest, and they're draped all over him, and that's the call as Fannin Steele. That's Kistner is the whistled with the foul.
Just the second team foul.
Minneapolis to play it in. Thomas, reverse shot up and good. Trayvon Thomas with a nice spin move down on the low block. And one hand runner is up and hits in. And number 2, Carlin, just into the contest.
Mishandled the ball.
Loses the handle as he goes in for the layup and goes out of bounds. It will be Minneapolis ball. Unforced turnover and a chance for Minneapolis to get this thing down to a 2-possession ball game here. Brubaker with the ball. McCulloch. Kick, and it should have been, and it was called. McCallum, just pretty quick of foot and hand. Very strong individual, 6 foot. Probably 198.
Mm-hmm.
Well put together young lad. You can tell Rothenberger has his pocket picked by Dinkle, and he tries to get it back and fouls Dinkle. It's going to be a foul on Gavin. I tell you that Dinkle, I'll take two of him on every team I got. I'll tell you what, he's a thorn in your side.
Third personal on Gavin.
Trayvon Thomas, McCulloch, Gavin, Brubaker, and Mikey Baker on the floor, and there's a layup by Dinkle missing. Brubaker comes out of there with that rebound. Now all the way in, jump stop layup, good. Brubaker. How about that, Dale?
39-34, we're chipping away.
Trenton Brubaker right through the bigs for the one-hand scoop shot. Now the outside shot, no good, and Long Karam's tracked down by Corley. Now out front, uh-oh. Guess who? Dortland.
For three.
Gee,
42-34.
He's got 5 of them, Dale. Trayvon Thomas, nice move. Trayvon Thomas with a nice spin move down in the low block. He can play down low with the bigs here at this place, that's for sure. Dortland again won't take the shot. Inside it goes.
Blocked by Gavin Rothenberger.
Now 1-on-2. Will Baker take it all the way in? Yes. Shot no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Dinkle on the backside. Dortland. Woo. Oh, man. Way short on that effort. A little bit contested. Baker all the way in. Reverse layup, good, Mikey Baker. That's 12 points for Mikey in this contest.
Back within 6, 42-38, 1:10 to go in the third.
Baker overplaying a little bit on Dortland and picks up foul, his first.
Just the third team foul. Knights have 2 fouls.
Wolf, McKinney, and Johns back in. That's a nice run by the guys going out. Baker, Trayvon Thomas, and McCulloch on the floor, and Brubaker. While they were in, he's still in, Brubaker. Minneapolis gained little ground. There's a cross body block put on by Fannensteel. McCallum. Woo. He's athletic. Double pumps it and pulls it up and in the paint. Wolf.
Nice.
A nice pass there. And Rothenberger was on the end of the nice scoop pass by Wolf. And the coach is a little bit chapped, Victoria coach, as they turn it over.
What's the score? It's not 42-40. I'd say we're within 4.
Yeah, I think they.
Yeah, it's 44-40. So
And
closest we've been for a while.
Brubaker back to Johns. See if we can get Mr. Wolf open for a 3-ball. Dortland, pretty close. Long 3, it's going to be short. Front rimmed it. Corley has the board. Hands it off to Dinkle. Now a long 3-pointer on its way. I thought he was going to bank that in as Fannensteel cuts loose from half court at the end of the quarter. It just goes off the back of the backboard, and that's the way the third quarter will end. Minneapolis make it up some points there in that quarter. Now just trailing by 4, with the Victoria Knights leading 44-40 at the end of third quarter. We'll be back with fourth quarter action here in just a minute.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
City Pharmacy in downtown Minneapolis is proud to support the Lions of Minneapolis High School. Come visit Joe and Amber Wool for your pharmaceutical and home health equipment needs, along with gifts and greeting cards. While you're here, Be sure to pick up some free vitamins for all your young Lions. We promote healthy kids and families.
We outscore them 18-13 that quarter. A couple 3 balls, but a lot of nice play inside. Some good smart plays.
That was a good quarter for us. And to start the 4th quarter, possession arrow favors Minneapolis. And we've got our starters in there. Now the lob to Wolf. Oh, what a play.
From Baker. 44-42.
Wolf
nice.
on the backside on the lob. It's in, and it's just a 2-point ball game. McCallum a little bit out of control, and the lay-in.
Could have been a charging there, I thought.
Yeah. Brungard.
Baker's shot is blocked, taken away from him.
And that's Brungard. Corley has it. All the way in, left-hand layup, no good, and he is fouled by number 21. And that'll be, he's not on the floor. It's got to be 12 then, Jacob Johns.
3rd foul on Johns.
Corley free throw up and good.
4th team foul on Minneapolis. Trayvon Thomas in for Jace McKinney.
(47-42) now. Corley's 2nd throw on its way, and it is good as well. He is 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Wolf off to Johns. Trayvon Thomas.
Travel.
Walk.
Knights have taken that 2-point lead out to 6 now and have the ball.
7 minutes left in this contest. Ooh, there's a nice steal by Gavin Rothenberger. Layup good. Corley on the baseline, shot no good, and the rebound by Mikey Baker. Nice block out by Baker. Johns gets it off to Trayvon Thomas, and he's almost a steal by Carlin. And we reset. Kind of a gift there to get that one back. Wolf, long 3-pointer, back rim, no good, and the rebound's pulled down out of there by Joe Dorlett. Dinkle off to Carlin, now inside. Shot, no good. And the reach-in foul, no.
Well, you know, when he's hanging all over you, you're going to swing your arm. Rothenberger gets his 4th foul, call for swinging an elbow.
That's a reach-in foul, that's for sure, in the hack, but they're going to get Gavin on the swinging of the elbows.
And there's going to be number 5.
There's number 5.
On Gavin. It's too bad. Yep.
And you said 5, but I've got him with 4.
Good. Good.
Brungard, free throw up, good.
Could have sworn he had 3 not too long ago. McKinney in for Rothenberger.
I could have been wrong then. At that time, I was one less than you, but I'm glad he's just. Brungard makes them both.
2 quick fouls.
Yes.
50-44. They've been keeping their lead here by free throws, more than 3s in the second half.
Yes, they have. 6-point lead here by the Knights. Backdoor. Brubaker, nice pass out front. Trenton Brubaker makes him pay on the overplay on defense. Now the steal by Wolf as McCallum couldn't get rid of the ball. Now Baker all the way in. Layup, no good.
Johns' shot was blocked. Possession error on the tie-up to the Knights.
Brubaker, Wolf in there hustling for that loose ball.
It's 50-46 Knights, 5:22 to go in the fourth quarter.
4-point lead here. We thought this would be a pretty good ball game. Victoria scout the athletes. McCallum playing a little bit out of control. Give it up, Jace. Thank you. Jace Kinney comes out of there with that loose ball. Jacob Johns.
We throw it away. Stepped out of bounds, fortunately. Lazy passes. You can't do that against a ball hawking defense.
No. Front guard with some good minutes goes out. And a quick timeout called for. Full timeout taken by the Victoria Knights with 4:53 left in this contest. We'll take one too. Minneapolis trailing by 4 late in fourth quarter. This is the Hoisington Winter Jam.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School are supported by the Davidson Agency of Delphus, Minneapolis, and Bennington. They have provided hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for over 30 years for home, auto, small business, farm and crop, life and health coverage. Call them today.
For 100 years, a Schooler company has been the expert in marketing your agricultural products. Call and find out how Schooler can help you manage risk and maximize rewards. And go Lions.
Welcome back. 4:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Minneapolis with the ball. Trailing by 4.
Good game. Minneapolis up for the task here tonight. We'll play it in. Baker throws it into Wolf. Baker looks inside. Nobody there now. The motion offense. Coach Darrow has a set play here, and he wants it inside. Johns back to McKinney. All the way in. Shot. No good. He's fouled. Two-shot foul coming.
Just the third team foul on the Knights. Minneapolis was 6, so guys, the Knights have been very good at the free throws. Will be at the free throw line from here on.
Fouls on number 2, Carlin. Free throw, no. Off the mark to the left. We could use one here, Jace. Nope. No good, and McCallum skies for the rebound for the Knights. Dinkle has it. Dribbles it back out of there. Now Joe Dortmund out on top. Run guard. Dinkle has a touch. Back to, that was almost a walk, don't you think? We're going to go the other way as off his hip.
Guess not. The referee under the basket says, I think I saw it off blue.
Shot inside. They're going to give that to us finally, I think. Thank you. Fannin Steele down on the baseline fighting for that offensive rebound, and they do rebound well for kind of a short club. They have a lot of height. 6'1", 5 and 6 foot. And then Dinkle at 5'10". Baker dishes it off to McKinney, up and out.
Goodness.
Gets his own rebound. That one goes in.
Back to within 2, 50-48.
Jace McKinney horsing the boards there, that's for sure. McCallum all alone, 3 good.
Well, we capsized the defense down low, leaving them open up front. It leads back to 5.
He, along with Dortmund, can.
And he just fouls. Thank goodness they finally call that.
Yeah.
Been a lot of that going on uncalled. Pretty physical play.
Fouls whistled on number 15, McAllen. That's just his first. And you're right, he's a very physical player, and he uses his strength quite well.
We throw it away.
53-48, a 5-point lead now by the Knights.
3.5 minutes remaining.
Out front, McAllen looks, dishes to Joe Dortmund. Backdoor, Dinkle. Shot from the baseline, no good.
Oh,
I don't
are you
think
sure
so.
about that?
Victoria will play it in. Free throw line extended. Dale and I had it going the other way there on the tip out. Dortland from the outside rims off. And Wolf claims the board for Minneapolis. All the way in, layup no good, no call. I thought maybe he might have got fouled.
There is one. Delayed.
It was a delayed call, but they did get it called. It's going to be a two-shot foul. Boy, that was a late call, wasn't it, Dale?
Yes, it was.
Wolf will get to the charity stripe to shoot two. I guess the whistle just was not percolating. Free throw up. Good. I find it hard to believe he's just a 25% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
It's not a shot too many of them.
He hasn't.
Second throw up, rimming off. That one didn't look good.
53-49 Victoria. 2:40 to go.
Entry pass. That's Berngard. He's a little tough down low. He's 6'2", tallest player on the Victoria team. Matches up to Jace McKinney right well. If McKinney's 6'3", Berngard's every much of that. Nice move by McKinney. Spin move in the lane. That shot is up and in. 8 points now for Jace McKinney. He had 4 at halftime. It's a 4-point lead, 2-possession ball game with 2:19 to play. Is that a 30-second timeout, Dale, I would presume?
I didn't notice. I didn't see. I was focusing on the scoreboard. We'll say it was.
Well, we're right here at the end. Fourth quarter, this is the Hoisington Winter Jam. Minneapolis boys open up against Victoria. And it's been a close one all the way. Victoria did move out to a
13-point lead in the third.
13-point lead.
Yep.
Minneapolis has played them well down the stretch.
We've gotten within 2 twice. McKinney was trying to get the ball in for the Lions, but they say, hey, wait a minute, it's white ball.
Here we go, last 2 minutes of the game. Dinkle has it in the backcourt. Gets it off to Joe Dortland. They're going to run clock, I would imagine, and try to get to the free throw line. Nope, Berngard all the way in, off the glass, no good.
Rothenberger clears the boards.
Nice rebound by Gavin. Berngard been tough down low, but he missed that one. Wolf out on top, resets it, and Coach Darrow calls the timeout. Full timeout taken. We'll take one too. Minneapolis trailing by 4 with 1:49 left in this contest. This is SalinaPost.com, Eagle Communications, Channel 20. We'll be right back.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Your Toro dealer in Minneapolis and Salina is All Seasons Power and Equipment. See Ronnie Robbins and his crew for great pricing and service for both new and used equipment as they back the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Welcome back to the tournament.
Minute 49 left. Minneapolis will play it in. Brubaker, Baker, Wolf, Rothenberger, and Jace McKinney. Wolf has it. Man-to-man defense. McCallan on Baker. That's a tough draw. Both good defensive players. Brubaker sets the offense for Minneapolis. McKinney. Guess
They tie it up.
Stinking Dinkle.
Fortunately, the possession error is to us right now.
That Dinkle, I tell you, he's a ball hawking individual. He's a heck of a ball player. Johns coming into the contest
for Brubaker.
Brubaker with some good minutes here tonight. No question about that. Johns to play it in. Out front it goes to Wolf. Wolf the cutter guarded by Dortland. Now Jace McKinney off the glass, no good. Oh gosh, that.
And he turns an ankle a little bit.
Came down on somebody's ankle.
And the ref's taking a timeout.
I hope it's an ankle.
Jace coming down off the rebound battle. Tweaked an ankle there a little bit. So 1:09 to go. 4-point lead for the Knights. 55-51 with the ball.
They throw it into the backcourt. Dinkle has the ball for Victoria. Just pretty quick. He can get right by you, can't he? All the way in the basket. Trayvon Thomas, almost a flagrant type foul. He goes to get him. Whistled with the reach-in foul. His first. Dinkle to the free throw line to shoot 2. 1 out of 2 tonight from the charity stripe. Free throw up and good.
Well, that's going to bring a 3-point. We're going to have to do some 3-pointers here. Under a minute to go. 5-point deficit at this point.
Dinkle ready to shoot, and the buzzer went off. You got to bring that guy in. Huh.
Guess not.
Free throw. Front rim, no good. Thomas has the board for Minneapolis. Gets it off the Wolf, and as you mentioned, Dale, a quick shot here is needed.
Not that. Not that.
Drills it right into the defenders, and Dinkle's there along with a couple other quick hands. And now the foul on Brungart, or excuse me, Corley.
Johns with the foul. Fouling Brungart. 42 seconds remaining, 56-51 the score. Brubaker in for Thomas.
Corley to the free throw line. In and out. And Brubaker rips that ball away from Gavin Rothenberger. Have you ever seen anything like it? 3 on its way. Good. Baker smart with the ball. He knew we needed a quick bucket and a 3 to boot, and that one went in. Big shot by Mikey Baker right there.
56-54, 31.3 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. That's the third time now we've drawn to within 2. Now we've got to see if we can make it stick, get it to even.
We need a real quick foul. We need the time to stay on the clock, so a quick foul would be in order, and try and coax. If we can't get a quick steal, try and coax a miss at the free throw line.
Unfortunately, we're down. We have 8 fouls, so they will be in the 1-and-1. They have 5 fouls. So they have 1 foul to give before they put us at the line. Of course, I don't think that strikes any fear in their heart, putting us at the line.
I don't believe so. Good game, 56-54, as Dale mentioned. McAllen will throw it in for the Knights.
Sanders in for the Lions.
Sure, they'll try and get the ball into one of their best free throw shooters. Joe Dortland guarded by Mikey Baker. Sanders with the reach and the grab. And a quick
Dortland.
foul on Dortland.
Who will probably hit both of them.
Well, we haven't seen him at the security stripe here tonight. He's got 22 right now.
Rothenberger comes in for Sanders. I was kind of surprised he was not there at 30 seconds to go myself. Right.
Yeah. First free throw. Nothing but net. And they do get Brubaker in this time.
For Thomas.
Joe Dortland's second throw on its way is good.
Back to the 4-point lead, 58-54, 29 seconds remaining.
Wolf, jump shot. Rolls in, good. Brandon Wolf. 11 points here in the second half.
They get a foul.
Yeah, they got Gavin Rothenberger with his. Now he's got 5.
Well, it's 58-56, 21.9 seconds to go. Rothenberger fouls out. Thomas come back in, and 15 will go to the line.
Two-point ball game. McAllen, yes, good job, coach. Gets his, got to make sure you secure that rebound, and Corley down there on that free throw. Oh yeah, with just what we needed.
A missed free throw.
Eric McAllen misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Second throw on its way. He got it though. 3-point ball game, 15 to shoot. Wolf with the ball. Timeout by Coach Darrow. He's going to set up a play here.
14.8 ticks left on the clock. Lions trailing by 9, 59-56.
He'll take a 3 to tie and get this thing to overtime, and bringing in McCulloch, 3-point shooter. And we'll see if someone gets an open look here. They can get the ball dished inside and then back it back out. Get somebody with an open look, and we'll get this thing tied up and into overtime. Good ball game. Coach Darrow with the set play. We'll keep it right here as we pray for this final play of this game. Rothenberger has just fouled out. McKinney limped out on a turned ankle. We're thinking it's a rolled ankle. So rebounding wise, we don't have a lot of height in there, but they don't either. Corley at 6'1". They haven't brought, yeah, Brungard is in, so he's 6'2", Corley 6'1". Johns, Baker, McCulloch, Wolf, and Trayvon Thomas. Get it into Wolf. Wolf all the way in. Scoop shot, no good. Thomas with the rebound and the stick back. It's no good. He had 3 good looks down there. Trayvon Thomas worked hard on that offensive glass. He just could not get it to drop in. Boy, 2.8 seconds in the contest now. Brungart will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw, front rim, rolls off. Not a good free throw there at all. Brungart made his last two there. Still a 3-point ball game if we can get a look here. And he misses. He does. Baker.
Oh!
It's good.
Just inside the half-court line. A running three.
He banked it in from half court.
59-59 at the end of regulation.
Yes. They're going to count it.
They have to. It was in the air when the.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Oh my goodness.
We haven't seen a lot of them, but there are some that'll bring us out of our chair, and that one did there as well. Baker with a half-court Hail Mary banks it in with no time left on the clock to send this thing into overtime. Pretty good ball game.
Whiz.
It's a fun one.
59-59 at the end of one. Well, we have 10 fouls. Not good for us. They have 5 fouls.
That's probably the only disadvantage here.
We are without McKinney due to an injury and without Rothenberger. Oh, McKinney's coming back in. Without Rothenberger due to fouls.
And McKinney, I don't know how well he's going to be able to go. Baker's jumping center because Rothenberger's fouled out.
Four-minute overtime period.
Yeah, they're turned around wrong. There you go. Baker just shot and made one from Coach Gerald says that it's not going to work. We're lining up defensively here, and the jump is very crooked, but controlled by Victoria. Dinkel has it. Gets it off to Joe Dortland. In the lane he goes. Layup, no good. He's going to be a charging foul right there.
Team foul 6.
Joe Dortland out of control, and they have not played like that through the first portion of this game.
Just his first personal.
McKinney's going to sit Trayvon Thomas back in. I don't know how well McKinney can go here. 4-minute overtime. Trayvon Thomas with the ball. Now Jacob Johns. Wolf looking inside. Now he gets it to Thomas. Spin move back to Wolf. 3 all alone from the corner. Up. No good. Mikey Baker almost has the rebound as he skies over Brubeck. Brungard. McAllen. Uh-oh.
Leave him alone. He'll shoot it one straight through the heart.
Boy, he gets set, his feet set, and he's deadly. Wide open look from beyond the arc, and Eric McAllen knocks it down. 3-point shot, and Victoria takes a 3-point lead. John's out front. Brubaker has a look at a 3. Guarded by Dinkel. Now Wolf has it out front, guarded by Joe Dortland. Trayvon Thomas. Nice motion offense. We need a bucket here to stay with Victoria. 2:43 left in overtime. Coach Darrow calls the play from the bench. Baker dips it down low, and Brungart, tallest guy on the floor, intercepts that. And we don't get a shot. Dinkel, McAllen all the way in, shot. They're gonna call a charging foul on him, and they will not count the basket. Good call.
7th team foul. So
that's about the second or third time he's done that. I know he's knocked a guy down before in the no call.
Player control, so no free throws. We will be at the line next time.
2 minutes left in this overtime. Baker, boy, at McAllen, he's a ball hawking. They can play defense when they want to, can't they? They throw it away. Baker has it 2-on-2. All the way around. McAllen, shot no good. Now Johns, shot good. Jacob Johns' first points of the ball game, and it comes at a timely spot in this overtime, and a timeout called for by the Victoria coach. He wants a full timeout and is granted one. 62-61. We'll be back. This is overtime in the Hoisington Jam Winter Invitational Tournament in Hoisington. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
City Pharmacy in downtown Minneapolis is proud to support the Lions of Minneapolis High School. Come visit Joe and Amber Wool for your pharmaceutical and home health equipment needs, along with gifts and greeting cards. While you're here, be sure to pick up some free vitamins for all your young Lions. We promote healthy kids and families.
Well, it's a 1:42 left. Are they going to run clock? Try to go to the free throw line?
Yeah, absolutely. But when you've got two guys that can shoot the ball like McAllen and Dortland.
Obviously, if they get an open shot,
yeah.
they're going to take it.
Yeah. Dinkle into the backcourt, guarded by Wolf. That's a tough matchup. Dinkle is cat quick. Dortland back out to McAllen, and you're right, Dale, they are running clock. He calls the traveling on Dinkle.
That's what I was thinking. That
one extra.
Why is that not traveling? Took a little hop, skip, and a jump in there.
Jump with no stop, and he went off 2 feet and came back down, went back up off 2 feet. That's one extra step. Thomas almost loses the handle. Out front, Brubaker. Baker, who hit the prayer just 2 minutes ago, send this thing into overtime, has the ball from Minneapolis. Gets it off to Wolf. Dortland will not lose track of Wolf. And there he goes for layup, scoop shot, good.
With first lead of the night maybe for us, 63-62, 55 seconds left in overtime.
Dortland loses track of Wolf, and Wolf gets all the way to the basket. Scoop shot, puts it up and in. 40 seconds to shoot for Victoria. Yeah.
Timeout, Knights.
Knights will use another timeout here. Full timeout. Surely they're almost out of timeouts, Dale.
I would think so. Full timeout?
Yes, sir.
We'll take a break, be right back.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School are supported by the Davidson Agency of Delphus, Minneapolis, and Bennington. They have provided hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for over 30 years for home, auto, small business, farm and crop, life and health coverage. Call them today.
For 100 years, a Schooler Company has been the expert in marketing your agricultural products. Call and find out how Schooler can help you manage risk and maximize rewards. And go Lions!
Welcome
See
back.
American Family.
Welcome back to Hoisington and the Winter Jam, Minneapolis. I was just going to comment, Dale, on such a smart move by Brandon Wolf to take the layup. They gave him the layup, and heck, that layup, two-pointer, put us ahead 1 point, and that's the way we sit right here with 40 seconds left in the contest. Victoria going to run it down. Let's see if they can get something easy like a layup. Dortland with the ball will give it off to McAllen. Baker guarding McAllen. Brubaker now has Joe Dortland. 20 to shoot. Dinkle. Back to Joe Dortland all the way in. Has the ball tipped away.
Johns is fouled by Brungart.
What a play. Somebody tipped that ball away from Joe Dortland, and Minneapolis picked it up.
I don't know.
Jacob
I think
Johns.
he just lost it. I might be wrong.
It's, I'm going to call it a good defensive play by somebody. we're going to pull our defenders out of the lane and not rebound. Jacob Johns into the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. First throw on its way. No good.
13 seconds.
Could have used those two, Dale. Oh, they throw it away. McCallum throws it behind Joe Dortland and goes out of bounds. Minneapolis ball to play in. And before we do, John Darrow Jr. is going to talk about it. We're going to see if we can't get something easy down the court to use up some of this time. We hate to throw the ball in underneath their basket, Dale. I'd never have liked doing that.
Yeah, but let's do it smartly. And you know they'll foul us if we do.
Full timeout taken by Coach Darrow with 7.5 seconds left in overtime. Minneapolis will have the ball when we come back. But good defensive play by Minneapolis, and then
really a couple of not good plays by Victoria.
Yeah,
with time running out.
You don't see that very often by that ball club. They play smart, and a couple of unforced turnovers, actually, especially the last one where McCallum threw behind his partner's wingman. Dortland was sitting out there, but he was breaking to the baseline, and the ball went out of bounds. It will be Minneapolis ball to play in.
7.5 seconds left. The Lions clinging to this 1-point lead. If they can get the inbound successfully made, I'm sure there'll be a quick foul.
Corley will defend. McCulloch will throw it in. To who? Johns. Good quick foul by Brungart. They're going to put Johns back to the free throw line. See if he can't connect this time.
About not quite a full second went off the clock during that play. 6.8 seconds left. Trayvon Thomas in for McCulloch.
That was a tough play to get that in. McCulloch did. At a count of about 4.
Ninth team foul.
Free throw, no good. Oh, it rimmed in.
Up off the boot heel and down she goes. Now it's going to take a 3 to beat us. 64-62, 6.8 seconds.
They've got three-point shooters that can do it. Johns, let's make this one too. Free throw. Oh, good.
Yes.
He got them both. McCallum with the ball. Shot on its way, no good. That's tipped out of Brubaker, and Minneapolis wins this thing in overtime. I don't believe it.
I don't either. I really don't.
65-62, Minneapolis Lions take down Victoria Knights, the number 4 seed in this tournament. What a game. And Jacob Johns hits those 2 free throws to make it a 3-point ball game. They would have had to have a 3 to tie. I'm just hoping that's not Jace's knee. The way he's walking, it's almost like he sprained a knee or something there. Anyway, we'll be back with point totals here in just a minute. Minneapolis victorious, 65-62.
Life and health coverage. Call them today.
Well, welcome back to Hoisington as both teams win tonight for Minneapolis. The Lady Lions, number 1 seed, beat the number 8 seed Ellenwood Eagles rather handily by a score of 58-35, and the number 5 seed boys come back and beat the number 4 seed Victoria Knights in a thriller in Manila. I tell you what, 65-62 in overtime.
It took a half-court 3-point shot to get it there, but we got it there. What a finish. Point totals real quick for Victoria. Taylor Corley had 9. Brady Dinkle had 6. Brandon Bruntyard had 6. Eric McCallum had 16. Joe Dortland led all scorers tonight with 24. And they did their normal scoring, Dale, with the 5 guys with 6 to 20 points ball game. but we did one better.
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis scoring, Trenton Brubaker off the bench, 4 points. He had big minutes tonight, and I was proud of the way he played. Took care of the ball, did not turn the ball over. 4 points for Trenton. Trayvon Thomas played well tonight, had 6 points. Jacob Johns had 6 points. 2 of those free throws in overtime, I might add. Jace McKinney had 8. Mikey Baker led Minneapolis in scoring with 15 tonight. Brandon Wolf with 13, all in the second half. And Graben Rothenberger fouled out with 11. So we had 3 in double figures and 4 others with that 6 to 8 point production. So we had great scoring tonight, just balanced scoring up and down.
Incredible. The Knights came out and owned this game from the get-go, leading 17 to 12 after one quarter, outscoring us 14 to 10 in the second quarter to take the 31-22 halftime lead. Then in the second half, we claw back. Third quarter, we outscore them 18 to 13 to trail by 4, 44 to 40 at the end of the third. In the final quarter, we outscored them 19 to 15. We trailed. We got the lead down to 2 points 3 times. Each time they'd pull out a little bit to distance themselves. But Mikey Baker just gets over the half-court line, sets off a shot just before the time expires. The beautiful bank shot.
Bank shot.
To tie the score at 59. Then we outscore them 6 to 3 in the overtime. You know, Jacob Johns probably no bigger 2 points scored in his life than what he scored on free throws there with very little time left on the clock.
And they weren't in the bottom of the net either. They
No.
bounced around.
You know, I think Victoria played a little uncharacteristically in the overtime compared to what they were doing in the first half. I don't know if we're starting to get in their minds a little bit in there in the second half, but they made some mistakes late in the game and in the overtime that you didn't see them making earlier.
Well, it was an unlikely deal. Jace McKinney not able to play. Rothenberger had fouled out. So 2 of our starters weren't able to go in overtime. So you had 2 bench people that played just really well. Came out. Brubaker, Trayvon Thomas played big minutes in overtime.
Just an astounding win. Just the 4th win for the Lions in this season against 6 losses. So we will have 2 games this coming Friday in the semifinals. The Lions will take on the winner of another game tonight between the number 1 seed Otis Bison Cougars and the number 8 seed Russell Broncos from our league. That will be at 4:45 on Friday after the girls play the winner of the Russell versus Otis Bison on the girls too.
Yeah.
So, that will be 2 interesting games that can get two teams onto the championship round on Saturday. That would just be very nice. But what a way to end the day. Exciting games. The Lion guys pull out what appeared to be something they weren't going to be able to accomplish. And they did. They did accomplish it. I just was thinking all the way through that 4th quarter, are we going to be able to get over the hump? No, not quite making it. Not quite making it. The Knights are hanging on.
Well, when they gave Wolf that easy layup all the way in to put us up by 1, I thought to myself that was odd for them to let him go, and no one went to get him. Brandon, very smart to go to the basket and made the layup, put us up by 1. That held on, too.
Pretty astounding. Pretty astounding. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this game here on Eagle Communications Channel 20 and SalinaPost.com. It was a pleasure for us to broadcast both wins tonight here in the quarterfinals of this Hoisington Cardinal Winter Jam, our 10th trip to this tournament. We hope you'll join us again Friday.